Thanksgiving has a couple of different aspects. One, it shows that you're grateful for what God has done. But Thanksgiving is also a seed. That's how you get to your next blessing. If you're not thankful for the first one, why should God continue to go to the next one? Thanksgiving is really, it says offer up sacrifice, Hebrews 11:13. Now therefore by him let us offer up the sacrifice of praise, which is giving thanks by the fruit of our lips. And I'm paraphrasing, I'm going to go right there and get it, and I'm going to read it right quick. Hebrews 11:13. It says, no, it's not 11:13. Must be 13. By him, therefore, let us offer the sacrifice of praise to God continually. That is the fruit of our lips, giving thanks. And that thanksgiving, giving thanks to God, is the seed that actually brings forth the next level or the next blessing from God. Because if we're not thankful for what we already got, why should we get anything else? And it's not that God is sitting around, we project so many things onto God out of our own being. He's jealous. And the Bible says jealousy is a negative attribute for a human being. That's a negative characteristic. But we say God is jealous. But God doesn't have to be jealous because God is secure within himself. There is nothing that can get outside of his realm. Nothing can escape the realm of God. God is everywhere, omnipresent. So his security, when you're jealous, you're insecure. He doesn't have to be insecure. But the way the writer interpreted God being jealous, it really meant that God wanted us to follow the path that he has set forth so we can reap the benefit. Ruth bowed and she found favor with Boaz, and she gave him thanksgiving, which was also exemplary of a person. Because some people could have done the work out of obligation, and you have that in church. People work out of obligation. Well, I'm the servant of the Lord, I got to go do this, but there ain't no joy in it. And so really, and you can tell who those folks are, because every time something goes wrong, they're the first one that blow up. Boom. Yeah. Why? Because they're doing it out of obligation, not out of love. When you're working out of love, something goes wrong, you know it's still God's work. So if it's something went wrong, the Lord is still in it. Yes, sir. We just got to fix it, find out what the solution is, and go forward. That's all right. But when they're doing it out of obligation, I got to go down and do this, then something go wrong, they refer, and then a lot of times folks quit. Yeah. Don't come back. I ain't come back. She showed that the work that she did for Naomi was not out of obligation. That's right. It was out of love. That's right. Matter of fact, that love that she had for sticking with Naomi even took her out of her comfort zone. Mm-hmm. It almost reminds me of the story of Abraham. God told him to go to a land where you don't know where you're going, just keep rolling. Yeah. And she went down there, she didn't know what to expect. That's right. But when she found favor in Boaz's sight, she gave thanks, which also said that not only am I doing this because I know this is what should be done, but I love what I'm doing. And I'm thankful that I have found favor or grace in somebody's sight. Any questions or comments on that?
Well, that's exactly what we're looking at too. That's good because grace is the unconditional favor of God. Mm-hmm. And she didn't deserve it when she got down there, but she found favor with him. And then that's what we ought to do for others. We ought to show other folk, when we go out to witness and give thanks for God being our God, we ought to understand that he gave us his grace.
I don't know if I would say she did deserve it. I think she did deserve it. Because here she took a chance. Yeah. Overturned and went back.
Well, I'm just saying under the term of grace.
Right.
Under the term of grace, we don't deserve it.
Remember this right here. And God set this up, not me. Yeah, I'll just use those two terms. Just work That's kind of, this is really a real light way of looking at it. And then we talk about God's faithful love work equals paying God program. When you work in faith and in love, I didn't set it up, God set it up. He said if you do X, Y, and Z, then A, B, C, D. Come on. That's God set up. So in a true essence, she did deserve some favor from somebody. Because she had taken a chance, moved out of her own land, stuck with her mother-in-law, did the most honorable thing. So God was obligated to help her. See, and that's another thing, brothers and sisters. It's not that you twisting God's arm. He set it up. When you do certain things, God is obligated to do for you. Why? Because he's the one that set it up. When he makes a promise, God is obligated. The Bible says he is faithful to watch over his word. He's obligated to honor the promise. So when you follow certain behaviors, certain attitudes, and you carry yourself in a certain way, and your heart and your conscience is clear, and you connect with God, God is obligated to take care of you. God is really obligated to take care of all of us, but he takes care of us in different ways. But he's obligated. And so in a sense, you do it not to get the prize, but in a sense, it's almost like a oxymoron. You do it not necessarily just to get the prize, but you do it because you love the work. But you love the work because it's a part of who you are and who